Throw the bums out. Throw out the socialists. Throw out the rhinos. Throw out the incumbents.
CHUCK WILKERSON is running against that favorite congressman of yours, Henry Waxman.
The Republican Party cannot retain political power by compromising its conservative principles. The only reason I'm running it by advanced age is somebody's got to do it. And besides, unlike Henry Waxman, my opponent, I don't intend to occupy the Congress for the next 35 years. The House of Representatives was not intended to be the home for a career politician for that length of time. It's the people's house, and I intend to take it back for the people. And I believe in term limits. I'm only going to be there for 2 terms. For the second term. Now, you folks, as professionals, business people, especially as hardworking taxpayers, have got to be concerned about the out-of-control spending, the growth of government, especially the growth of government we're going to get if the health care bill goes into effect, which we're not going to win that. Henry Waxman and I couldn't be more different. Henry believes in big government, the stifling regulations, the welfare state, open borders, and all of that. And what I would say to the people, the Democrats in my district, is if you think the voting for Henry for an 18th term is going to suddenly improve things, if you think it's going to keep the welfare checks coming, if you think it's going to bail out the union pension funds, then go ahead. Henry's your man. I'm not your guy, okay? But if you think that this is our chance to finally take this country back and do things right, then I am your man.
So please, we need you to come in, we need you to make phone calls, and most importantly, call your friends, particularly those people, friends of yours who you know vote in every presidential election. It's about 1/3 less of those people who vote in an off-year election. If we can get all the Republicans, loyal Republicans, who come out and vote in a presidential election to vote in this election, we're going to have a major victory on November 2nd. And I think we're going to have very happy people in this room. Yeah.
2 years ago, we ran, and we had a remarkable fortune. We ran a good campaign, and we won public office, the first elected Republican in Santa Monica in probably 15 years. And since that time, I can assure you that Santa Monica government needs to get reformed. I'm running for municipal government. Cops and schools, lower taxes. We cannot ever tax our way out of financial mismanagement. It's very, very easy to stand toe-to-toe against smart. Because the reality is, guys, they don't stand a chance against me. And as the debates go on, as the election continues, we're going to keep our foot on the gas. We're not going to let up, no matter what. Because in 5 weeks, we cross the finish line, and we win the 2-year seats. We go from the rent board, which we've won, to city council. We start promoting basic agenda. What does it say to you when the city council puts a ballot on the measure to strengthen tenants' rights in a community that has strongest tenants' rights in the country? It's a scam. It's irrelevant. This election is ours to win. Now, I promise you I'll win. We're going to straighten out Santa Monica. Then we're going to go from the next election.
We have people who have really taken over our great city, the second largest city in the nation, And we're in some serious trouble. We are in the worst fiscal crisis in 75 years. The second thing is jobs, where we have so many struggling small business, mom and pop businesses. Businesses are leaving. We have to have really a change in leadership across the board to bring back business, to change the whole perception of, look, it's actually cheaper to do business in Beverly Hills, in Santa Monica, than the city of Los Angeles. In every other city, we have a crumbling power, water, roads, sidewalks. That's basically why I'm running, to really fix all those things. I've never seen the electorate across the board so angry with what's going on. And again, my name is Austin Dragon, and I'm running for Los Angeles City Council. Thank you.
And I am the official representative from the Steve Cooley campaign tonight. Now, you know that Meg Whitman has outraised Jerry Brown? If you put aside the money that she's put in the campaign, dollar for dollar in raising, she's outraised him. Now, billionaire. And the fact that she can outraise Jerry Brown when she's a billionaire says one hell of a lot about her campaign. And it's a good thing. All right, so congratulations to Meg Whitman, and thank you to Meg Whitman for bringing the young people back into our politics. We could win and should win the governor, a U.S. Senator seat, and the Attorney General seat in the state of California. Imagine a narrative around the country for the next 2 years, and for the mandate in Washington, if the state of California does an absolute flip in those 3 seats. That changes the narrative nationwide. That's how important this race is. Now, on Steve Cooley's side, you couldn't have more of a contrast for this office between these 2 candidates. I'm just going to give you a couple of facts. All right? There is a possibility in the state of California of 40 major law enforcement agencies within the state. Now, there are some smaller ones as well, but of the ones politically that are considered major law enforcement agencies, there are 40. So there is a possibility of 40 law enforcement endorsements in the state. As of this week, Steve Cooley just got to number 40. He got 40. Kamala Harris got 0. Now, if that doesn't tell you who the law enforcement across the state thinks should be the top law enforcement official in the state, nothing can tell you. Kamala Harris's own police agencies in Northern California endorse Steve Cooley. And she's the DA up there. So we have good momentum in the Steve Cooley campaign, but we need to keep that momentum. And the way we keep that momentum is by all of you volunteering your time for the candidates, your time for this office. Steve's website is stevecooley.com, and even though he's ahead in the polls, all right, even though Meg Whitman is tied and we have the momentum, look at least at the KRLA race and realize not only do you have to show up and vote, but you all need to recruit other people to make sure they vote. And, all right, so I'll make this commitment to you. I will go on every night and talk about politics, local politics between now and the elections, if you all will come in here and volunteer.
Amen.
All right, how's that? Now,
Thank you all for being here. We want to make this the year that Republicans get out, that they don't apologize, that they're not hiding, get out of the closet and be Republican. West Philly and Santa Monica